said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors. My grandfather walked 10 miles to work every day. My father walked 5. I'm driving a Cadillac. My son is in a Mercedes. Said my grandson will be in a Ferrari. But he said my great-grandson will be walking again. So I asked him, I said, well, why is that? And he said to me, tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. He said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors.
Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation of the Akim, pushing out the word in truth and sincerity of the hopeful elect around the globe. All right, just wanted to share that quick clip of that quote, okay? And the reason being because the sentiment, the concept is that you have to raise our next generations in holiness and righteousness, all right? And the law, statutes, and commandments that we've been given, and that gives you that spiritual fortitude, all right? Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a warrior out here with bearing arms and with shield and buckler, but it starts in the spirit, okay? Smart, sharp, next generation, you know? The scriptures talk about train up a child the way he should go, and when he's older, he's not going to depart from it, all right? So that starts with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that is not taught in the so-called churches, okay? That next generation and the curse of our people, usually by the third, fourth generation, we're back to bankrupt if we even had a couple little crumbs, all right? Because our people are a lost people, you know, destroyed for lack of knowledge, as it is written in Hosea 4:6, okay? So I wanted to get Deuteronomy 4:5 real quick, all right? It said, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. All right? The nation's talking about the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and West Indians. All right? And scattered abroad. You are the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? And our people are being taught foolishness and his story and a BS that's not our customs, okay, for the purpose of keeping us as a lost people, worshiping other gods, all right, dipped in sin and witchcraft, with all these fake-ass holidays, for example, all right, and that's why our people remain cursed. But within these curses, we are to teach our people, our sons and daughters, the right way. We're supposed to teach them the right way because that's what makes us be a holy people, stand out. Yeah, we got to live in this society, but it is your duty to pass on to your children our heritage. And that's in Psalms, the 73rd, 78th chapter. We'll get it after this, all right? Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. All right, let's go into the word for statutes. All right, from the Hebrew word chak, meaning statute, ordinance, limit, something prescribed. All right, what's prescribed, what's pre-written for us, these laws, statutes, and commandments. The Heavenly Father left this prescribed. All right, this is the prescription. Okay, the Holy Bible. Do, prescribed task, prescribed portion, action prescribed, resolve. All right, this is our resolve. This is how we resolve through these statutes. Okay, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. All right. That's why Queen Bathsheba, if I'm not mistaken, and when she went to go see Solomon, all right. Salakia, if I misspeak on the account, but she was in awe when she saw Solomon's riches. Okay, all right, because the other nations knew that we were a great and wise people, and Solomon was keeping the law for the most part in the beginning of the kingdom. So then him going off at the end is what brought down the kingdom. All right, when we had it on earth. You could say, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Our people have not kept wisdom. And that's why the concept of this clip, the showing the curses of the generations that, because of the tough times, makes men be strong with a spiritual fortitude, with a mental fortitude. All right. And then those men that were bred through the tough times created easy times because they put in work. They created a more easy portion for their children, right? Which they busted their ass. We could see that in the 3-4 generations that we even know about, whether pastor or present or future going forward. All right, the easy times, right? Then easy times creating weak men, because when you have it easy and you don't have to grind and have that fortitude and that grit, all right, then you are lackadaisical. You are settled on your lees, as the scriptures even say. All right. And then those easy times, those weak men that were created by the easy times end up creating tough times because they don't know how to manage. They're not upholding. They're not pushing forward. They don't got the fire. All right. And then they end up creating tough times because then shit falls through. Because without order, there's disorder. All right. That's why the scripture said, let all things be done in decency and in order. Okay. Which shall hear these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them? All right. What nation is so great that had the Heavenly Father so close unto them? You could tell that the Heavenly Father was with these people from the Exodus, letting our people be led out from the grips of Pharaoh. Okay, to everything that until this day, the Heavenly Father has been with his people. It's just that our people have gone against him, so he's turned his back on our people. But it's all proof of why, and the scriptures state the resolve. All right. For what nation is there so great who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right. So this is talking about how we're supposed to teach our sons. All right. You have to raise warriors. All right. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently. All right. Because it's important. And let's go into that word diligently from the Hebrew word miyad. Mehod means exceedingly, much, might, force, abundance, muchness, force, abundance. All right. So take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently. All right. When in abundance, constantly in this word, as much as possible, submerged, that your spirit is actually moves as such and has righteous judgment and a sound mind. Okay, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen. We can't forget the everything that has happened of old. All right, the calamities and the destructions and the terror that the Heavenly Father has brought before the wicked. So we keep our our steps, all right? Well, we're cautious, all right, of what we're doing. We have to have righteous judgment, all right? Holy conversation, whether it's what you speak on, all right? How they say, see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. You watch your temple, all right? Your conduct. Take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. All right? And I'm saying, if this departs from you all the days of your life, you're going to live a lost, meaningless life. All right? So this is the gift, and you're supposed to treasure it and hold fast to it. But teach all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right? I don't want to make this too long, so let's jump over to Psalms 78, if I'm not mistaken. Psalm 78, Michelle of Isaph. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. All right, the scriptures is these dark sayings of old, these parables, which again, parables is let's go into the Hebrew word for parable, mashal, proverb, parable, proverbial saying, aphorism, byword, similitude, all right, parable, poem, sentences of ethical wisdom, ethical maxims, all right, from a superior mental action, properly pathy, or in some original sense of superiority, all right, because the Heavenly Father, his Son, all right, spoke in parables, and because it was to be for to go over people's heads, because it's not for everybody. The scriptures is not for everybody. Okay. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter sayings of old. Okay. And again, for the elect, by the elect. Okay. These dark sayings, or which the right interpretation thereof is always going to be given to the prophets. It says that in Amos, all right, that the secrets are revealed to his servants, the prophets. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. See, we're supposed to have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. Okay, our fathers have to have told us about the Exodus, and all the things of the past, and the things present, and who is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the one true power. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. All right, you're not supposed to hide them from their children, and showing to the generation to come. All right, which is what keeps us generating, keeps us profitable, keeps us beneficial, keeps us righteous, keeps us forward. All right, not a degeneration. All right, going backwards, we're getting wicked, becoming filthy, the way that our people are degenerates now. They're going backwards rather than generating forward. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. So you have to tell your children to praise the Heavenly Father and be in his righteous works and his strength. Tell them about the power of the universe and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. So all this also proves that it's lineage, it's a bloodline, it's a patriarchy, okay? It's not a so-called religion, okay? He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, not suggested, he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. All right. So our people have a duty to pass this word forward, and that's what keeps us positive. That's what gives us mental fortitude. All right, you have to raise warriors. All right, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to apostles and elders of Green Millstone. I pray this was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.